Hey, everybody. Eric Hecker here with you going live for the first time. And reason being, I finished my walk. I was recording, took a phone call, and something suddenly happened. I'm not quite sure what it was. So I figured, what the heck? Let's go ahead and give this a try and see what happens. So we'll see how long I last and see how it goes. I apologize if I am not looking straight at the camera or feel like I'm not looking at you or interacting with you, but I will certainly try my best. So, uh, like I started out on my pre-recorded video, I have attempted to upload some videos over the last week for walks that I went through and lost them. I don't know why. So there's some things that I still need to learn with YouTube, obviously, and I promise that I will. But let's dive in. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope we're all having a good Tuesday. Hope we had a good week so far. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. Maybe you're on vacation right now, and just enjoying life. That's what it's all about at this point in time. So I wanted to share just a few things. I don't typically share personal news or personal information from my family, but this is too good to not share. And you heard me last week say that my wife had a doctor's appointment on Thursday last week. And to not get too detailed of what was going on, back in March, April timeframe, we received some what we thought at that time was good news. It quickly turned into some devastating news that there was a very real chance of a cancer scare in my wife. And we both have had cancer affect our families in very serious ways. So this is something that we pretty much put a hold on a lot of the things we were doing to focus on. Thankfully, we have great doctors here in the Pittsburgh area, and they took great care of her. And I am happy and excited to say that she is 100% cancer free, which is just fantastic. So I thank everybody for your thoughts and prayers to Twitter posts that I made over that period of time, and they were answered. We still have some things to go through over the next several months or so, but we are very excited to know that this has happened. So again, thank you to everybody that's kept us in their thoughts and prayers. Something happened last night in a baseball game that it seems like the world is finally talking about baseball. And maybe this is baseball's way of marketing its players. And if it is, shame on them, because it just makes the game look watered down and not what it is. So in the Padres game last night, Fernando Tatis hit a monster grand slam. One of the best young stars in the game today. We all are aware of that. He is just on fire right now in so many different ways. And you would think hitting a grand slam, that's exactly what a hitter's supposed to do. He's supposed to put the bat on the ball. The pitcher is supposed to prevent him from doing that. The pitcher has the advantage when it comes to bat versus ball. In my opinion, a major league fastball is one of the toughest things to do in all of sports. I would say that a fastball in general is one of the toughest things to do in sports. I would know. I played baseball for many years, and I could not hit the broadside of the barn. That's why I was a pitcher. And, needless to say, that was that. But after the game last night, Tatis apologized for doing his job. He apologized for hitting a home run. He apologized for hitting a grand slam. He said it's something that he's going to have to learn to deal with. He said that he grew up playing baseball as a kid. We know who his dad was. His dad was Fernando Tatis, okay? Wasn't a superstar by any means, but he was a good player. Had some good runs in the league with the Brewers and the Cardinals and a few other teams. I know him best because he got forearmed by Albert Bell, but it's because I'm an Indians fan. I thought it was one of the coolest things I ever saw. But he said I learned it's like if you're up 5, 6, 7 runs, it's okay. But anything above that, well, come on. He did not get up there and apologize on his own. It was a PR man in the Padres organization, or it was somebody in Major League Baseball that said, hey, you need to get out there in front and apologize to what just happened. Sorry, my wife is texting me. So for him to do that, it embarrassed himself. It embarrassed the Padres. It embarrassed the game of baseball. It's not what the game of baseball needs. They're clearly making up rules this year as they go. 7-inning doubleheaders, extra runner on second base in extra innings. What else? I don't even know. I mean, it's just ridiculous. But if you want to market your players, let them play the game. I'm a traditionalist when it comes to baseball, okay? I believe in the DH, in the National League, or excuse me, in the American League, in the pitcher hitting in the National League. That's what baseball is. Come on, folks. Don't change anything. It's worked for over 150 years. Do not change the game. What needs to be changed is how you're marketing the game to those teenagers, okay? They're the next generation of baseball game watchers. They're the ones that are going to go buy the gear. They're the ones that are going to go buy the baseball cards. They're the ones that are going to attend the games. Okay. I can barely afford to attend a Pirates game anymore because people aren't going. So Bob Nutting has to raise the prices in order for him to keep his ski resort open an hour away from here. Little bitter about Pirates tickets here. Okay. But what I can do is I can travel 2 hours to go see my Indians play because their tickets are somewhat more affordable and I usually get a free beer out of it also. Okay. So some teams are doing it right, some teams are doing it wrong, but collectively as one whole unit, Major League Baseball, they are not getting it right when it comes to their players. Bryce Harper said it best. Let the kids play. Let them play. Let them have fun. What I'm about to say, many of you will remember this. Chicks dig the long ball. Why do I say this? It's because I remember that commercial as a kid. It wasn't a Major League Baseball commercial. It was a Nike commercial. Okay? Nike knew exactly what was happening. Home run race is going on. Hey, let's get Greg Maddux out there to say, chicks dig the long ball. It caught on. I remember it 25 years later or so. Okay. So baseball needs to take a good, hard, long look at who their players are, who their superstars are, and how they're marketing them to this next generation. I'm going to continue watching. I'm going to continue going to the games. I'm going to continue being a fan. But that's because I have been for 38 years. It's ingrained in me. My 2.5-year-old son, he is a fan right now because he sees me watching the games and talking about it with him. That's what needs to happen. Okay. So the next thing I wanted to talk about is a simple topic, and it's probably something that we all kind of get, but maybe have some misguidance on it at times or just don't understand it. And that's what I just simply call wants versus needs. And that's the title of this episode, wants versus needs. And it simply comes down to this. When you walk into a store or you're on eBay trying to buy something or whatever it may be, and I want to put this caveat out there before I get too far. I'm not promoting myself. I'm not saying go buy what I'm selling. I'm not doing any of that. This is simply a thought coming out of my head over the last week or so. But really take a hard, long look at do you want that thing or do you need that thing? And if you say, I really want it, go get it. Go do what you need to do to get it. Whatever it takes. If you want something, I don't care what it is. It's a job, it's a house, it's a baseball card. If you want it, go get it. What I'll say to that, though, is don't put anything else that is truly important in jeopardy. Okay. So if there's something that you want and it's relatively expensive, or it needs, work, in various ways to get it, don't jeopardize what you've established yourself as or your family to go get that thing that you want. If it's a need, well, then go get it. Definitely do what you need to do to get it. Because if it's a need, that probably means it's important. And here's the example that I'll use. And it's relatively simple and probably easy for many of us to figure out. You walk into Walmart or Target and you're going to go get, some item that your family needs. Maybe it's diapers for your child. Maybe it's food for your table. Maybe it's I don't know, whatever it is that you need. And you know that you only have limited funds to do this. Okay. Walk into one of those two stores, and as members of the hobby, what are we currently looking for today? What is it that we're looking for? Topps Chrome Basketball Chronicles, right? You walk in and oh my goodness, the whole shelf is filled and your eyes light up. You take your picture, you post it on Twitter, and it's just like, hallelujah, this is happening. I'm getting what I want. So you gobble up what you need, you gobble up what you want. You go get those diapers. You realize I can't have them both. At that point, you have a choice to make. What's the choice you have to make? It's your want in the Topps Chrome. It's your need in those diapers or food item or whatever it might be. Really think about what it is that you're about to do. What is it that, how's this going to affect your family? What's the outcome going to be? And that's where I am today. I've noticed people on Twitter posting a lot of cards for sale. And I've been back in this hobby now for 3.5, 4 months. And I've accumulated some really nice memorabilia items that will stay with me. I won't sell them. If anything, I will pass them on to others, donate them, whatever it may be. But most of them I'm keeping. They're autographed balls, they're jerseys, bats, different things like that. My cards that I've collected, I've started to get an overabundant amount of cards that I don't necessarily need, or for that fact even want. So what I started to do a month or so ago is go through my cards and go through the people that I've connected with and figure out who they PC. And I've started building racks for them, and I'm trying to make them robust enough to be a good mail day. And so that's step one. Step two is then going through all the other cards and figuring out, what can I sell? And I'm not selling these to make money off of it. I'm not selling these to profit. I'm selling these so that I can go out and purchase more items for my PC, or get in on more breaks that I can either rack or whatever it may be. There's a PC item that I've been watching on eBay for over 5 years, maybe even longer. And the reason I keep watching it is because it's an item that I really truly want. And I've had the opportunity to purchase it, but I've done that wants versus needs checklist in my head when it came to that time. And so I've held off on it, and I've contacted the seller about it, and they're not willing to budge on price. And I can't really blame them for it, because it's an item that there's probably very few available in this world. And I'm not saying what it is because I don't want somebody to go out and purchase it. Sorry, I'm being greedy. But I'm not going to jeopardize what I have to purchase that. So if I can sell things to make it worthwhile for me to go get it and make somebody else happy by getting a card at a reasonable price, then that's fine. I look at comps on eBay and whatever else, and I ask people, and I put prices out there. And I'm doing okay. I mean, I think I don't know. Some things sell quick, some things don't sell quick, and that's fine. So then what I started noticing is, okay, my prices are coming down, and that kind of, I don't know. I sold a house a few years ago, and it took a while, and I mean, it really sucked when you saw the price reduction. And I guess I was getting that same feeling with these cards. And then I had somebody reach out to me saying, "You're posting too much. Stop posting so much. That's all my timeline is." And I get it. I feel the same way when people do that. And so I said that last night on a Twitter rant a little bit that, I'm not doing this to make you mad. I'm not doing this to clog your timeline. I'm simply doing this because I want to help you out. And so now when you see me posting stuff, I'm asking for offers. Okay. Because I trust people. I trust that people will offer me something that they feel is fair. So far, I haven't turned anybody down. I've said yes to every single offer that has come through because if you're truly in this hobby, to be in the hobby, to collect specific cards, then I feel like that you are going to be fair with other people. If you're in this hobby to simply make money, then I feel like you're not going to be fair with people. And I don't know people well enough in this hobby to make any justification for anything. But I've picked up on that through the various channels that I've been a part of so far. And so when I see people price gouging certain things, I go right past it. I don't say anything. I don't make comments. I just go. And so anyway, if you see me posting and you think it's too much, tell me. I have no problem with that. If you make an offer on something, then like I said, I'm probably going to say yes. Um, but I'm not here to be a judge of character. I'm not here to make money off of things. I'm here to help your PC out, and I'm here to build mine as well. And this whole thought process, it didn't actually begin with the individual reaching out to me saying these comments. It actually started this past Friday night. I was in a break with somebody maybe a lot of you know, some don't. I don't know, but his Twitter handle is Mr. Friday the 13th, Friday's FRI. Name's Dent or D. And every Friday night at 8 o'clock, he has $5 pools. It's a really cool concept. You pay, he has a box of 80 cards in front of him. You pick a number 1 through 80. He counts them off and picks whatever cards out of that number. It's $5 per number. So you do 10 numbers, it's $50. And this past Friday night, I had a really good night with him. I was very excited. I got a 1967 Mickey Mantle Topps, along with a Jameis Winston rookie autograph, and then also a OJ Howard patch of 23, which it was one of those patch cards. It was like the whole card. I mean, it was like this big, and it was the Buccaneer logo. It was pretty sweet. I'm not a Buccaneer fan. And so I knew right away that, okay, I'm going to sell this card. I don't know how much it's worth. I haven't even looked at all that, but I know that I'm going to sell it. I mean, I'm not naive, and I don't think people that are in this are naive either, that, hey, you get a card from me, you may or may not keep it. If it was a Browns player, hands down, I would have kept it. So anyway, I had a guy reach out to me that night. "Did you hit the OJ Howard card?" And I said, "Yeah, I did." He goes, "Big Bucks fan, would love to get it from you. How much are you willing to sell it?" So him and I collectively went through comps, and we came up with a price that we both felt was fair. And so we agreed upon it. And then he stated to me, well, hey, I don't have those funds right now. Let me sell a few things and see what I can do. Now, I'm not going to tell you how much I sold the card for. I'm not going to tell you who this person was. But their next comment to me was, well, I just said what their comment was about trying to figure things out. My first thought was, man, do you really want this card or do you really need this card? And it's the first time I ever really thought about that from a perspective of somebody else. I always thought of it from my perspective. And the answer I came up with was, it's a little bit of both. He wants this card because he's a big Buccaneers fan. And it was a sweet card. I mean, I have it posted on Twitter if you want to go look at it, but it was a nice card. And then I said, what does he want? Does he need it though? I mean, is it something that he really needs? And again, I'm not somebody that's going to judge you. If you need something or if you want something, again, go get it. But he wanted it and he needed it. He needed it for his PC. He wanted it because he was a fan. And so I held on to it for him. I got it in the mail yesterday and I shipped it out to him today. And I'm happy that I did it. I was glad that we could come to an agreement, and it was an easy agreement too. I mean, it wasn't, again, I don't want to I'm not out to make money. I'm not profiting off of this stuff. I'm reinvesting. You call it an investment. I don't know, but I'm putting it back into what I want. Okay. So I appreciated that of him, and I'm excited for him. I can't wait to see what he does with it. It turns out he's a young guy. Seems like he has some real aspirations in life, and I hope that this card will really jumpstart that for him. I really do. But just think about that. When you're looking at cards or when you're looking at whatever it may be, weigh the want versus need. Again, I think it's for you personally. It's easier because you know what you want, okay? And you know what you need. And then maybe there's a third one in there. Maybe it's in between. Can I afford it? I don't know. That's where the want versus need comes in. So I thank you. I appreciate all of you. Again, I'm so glad to be a part of this hobby family and this community. If I can help you in any way, again, please contact me. Leave comments here in chat. Come and hang out with me on Twitter. ES Hecker. Same with Instagram. If you have something that you think would fit my PC, I'm willing to take a look. If I have something that you think would fit yours, make me an offer. Most importantly, though, if you have people that you want to help, do it. If you need help with that, fundraising, organizing a fundraiser, whatever it may be, come find me. I'm always willing to help, in any way I can. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. I look forward to connecting with you all soon, and hopefully we'll talk again. Thanks. Bye.